Welcome. Today we're diving into the world of microservices, the architecture that powers some of the biggest apps in the world. If you've ever wondered how Netflix streams flawlessly or how Amazon handles millions of orders simultaneously, you're about to find out. Let's explore how breaking software into small, independent pieces can make huge systems work better. So what exactly are microservices? Imagine your app as a big machine. Instead of one giant block, microservices break it down into smaller blocks. Each block has its own job and can work independently. Together, they create a powerful, flexible system. It's like having a team of specialists rather than a single generalist. Now let's compare microservices with the traditional monolithic architecture. A monolith is like a single giant block. One mistake, and the whole app can be affected. Microservices, on the other hand, are like Lego blocks. You can update one piece without breaking the others. This makes scaling, deploying, and fixing bugs much easier. Microservices have a few key characteristics that make them special. They are independently deployable, meaning one service can change without affecting others. They're loosely coupled, so they don't rely heavily on each other. They're often built around specific business functions, and perhaps most importantly, they're designed to handle failures gracefully. Nothing brings a system down completely. Why do companies love microservices? First, they allow for incredible scalability. Services can grow independently. Second, they speed up development and deployment, letting teams innovate faster. Third, you can use the best technology for each service. And finally, microservices improve resilience. If one service fails, the rest keep running. Pretty powerful, right? Of course, microservices aren't perfect. Managing many small services can get complex. Services need to talk to each other, which adds communication overhead. Monitoring and debugging multiple services is trickier than with a monolith. And maintaining data consistency across services requires smart strategies. It's a trade-off, but one that's worth it in large systems. How do these services communicate? There are two main ways. First, synchronous communication, like HTTP REST or gRPC, where one service waits for a response from another. Second, asynchronous messaging, using tools like Kafka or RabbitMQ, where services send messages without waiting. Each method has its own use case and benefits. Wondering who actually uses microservices? Some of the giants. Netflix uses microservices to handle streaming, recommendations, and user accounts independently. Amazon breaks down e-commerce into services like inventory, payments, and shipping. Uber manages rides, payments, and maps through microservices. These companies prove it works at massive scale. Microservices aren't tied to a single technology. Teams can pick Java, .NET, Node.js, or Python depending on the service. Databases can be SQL, MongoDB, or Cassandra. For deployment and orchestration, tools like Docker and Kubernetes shine, and API gateways help manage traffic between services. Flexibility is the name of the game. So when should you consider microservices? They're best for large, complex applications that need to scale. If your app requires frequent updates or fast release cycles, microservices allow teams to work independently without waiting for others. For small apps, a monolith may still be simpler, but for growing systems, microservices shine. Let's summarize. Microservices are small, independent services that together form a powerful system. They offer scalability, flexibility, and resilience, and that's why tech giants like Netflix and Amazon use them. But remember, they come with added complexity, so planning is key. The benefits often outweigh the challenges when you get it right. Thank you for joining me on this journey into microservices. Start small, experiment, and you'll see how this architecture can transform your applications. Don't just build apps, build systems that can grow, adapt, and thrive in the real world.